When you were young, was it a big dream to be rich as fuck?
Yes, because money is freedom, and anybody who says they don't care about being rich is saying they don't care about being free.
What was the dream for you though?
Freedom. Money is freedom. Anyone who says, oh, I don't care about money, I don't care about fancy things. It's not about fancy things. It's the ability to go where you want and sleep where you want and say what you want and think what you want and talk to who you want and even get the girl you want and drive the car you want and eat the food you want. To sit and say, I don't care about money is to say, I don't care about my own personal freedom. I have no problems being a slave and being constrained by the financial system and being told what to do because I don't have any desire to be free.
What books did you read to cultivate that desire early on when you decided you want to get rich? Or,
I'm not really a big reader. I just understood that there was a version of reality that I had yet to experience. I saw my parents struggle to pay the bills, and I saw my friends struggle to pay the bills, and I saw everyone around me unable to eat, and then I saw certain people with $500,000 cars, and I understood there must be a different version of reality. There must be a version of making money, a version of banking, of finance, of education, of knowledge, of network, of connections that existed outside the matrix. There has to be a different world. This world I'm in, everyone's poor, this is garbage. That world, I can see people are living a reality that I can't even fathom. I couldn't even imagine having $500,000 for a car.
Or a $500,000 watch.
Or 20 of them. But I couldn't imagine it. You have to conquer the earth. Why? Let's talk about this. Why did Genghis Khan wake up and think, you know what can I do for fun? Well, I can play this instrument. That's shit. Play the instrument for me. Diddle-dee-dee-dee. Boring. Okay, let me fuck this girl. Fucked her. Let me fuck her. Oh, kid number 84. Boring. What's there to do? You know what, guys? Let's all get our horses and let's just ride over there and whatever we find, let's just take it. Why? Because it's the instinct to conquer. It's inside of a man. It's been dumbed down by the Matrix. They try and numb you. They numb you with entertainment. They try and put you in the festival crowd. They numb you with shit food. They numb you with depression, all this other garbage. But truthfully, if you're a man, you look in the mirror, what will make me happy? My empire will make me happy. That's why Alexander the Great did what he did, and Julius Caesar did what he did, and Genghis Khan did what he did. They didn't have Google Maps. They didn't know where they were going. They just said, no, we've decided we're going to go take shit from other people and show we're the best. And that's what we're doing now, the successful men at least, in a financial sense. Why am I making money? I have nothing to buy. There's nothing to buy. I have it all. I have 4 Kernan's eggs, a Rimac, a Bugatti, 53 other cars, 40 properties. There's nothing to buy. I'm just taking it from other people. I'm winning the game. I'm conquering. And that's what I think truly is going to give you purpose in life. It's just conquest. Men have always been this way. That's why war was even happening in the first place. Because money is freedom. It's freedom to drive what you want, eat where you want, go where you want. It's freedom to sleep with who you want. I just described it. If you want a beautiful woman, you need money. Like, money is freedom. If you don't want to be a slave, which is...
It's freedom to say no. Money is freedom to say no.
It's freedom to talk the truth online and be put in jail and come out and still have supercars. There's a lot of men who think what I think, they can't say it, they lose their jobs. So you want to say money doesn't buy happiness, well then you're saying you're happy to be a slave, because only money is going to give you freedom. When they want to try and attack you, like they've attacked me, they take your money away on purpose. So absolutely, money's freedom to have an opinion now. So it's true. So yeah, exactly. So money absolutely is happiness because freedom is a bare minimum requisite to happiness. We're reaching such a level of softness in society that people don't like the way I say things because it comes across too aggressive. I understand what they're trying to say, but what they're truly doing is broadcasting their ineptitude and their immaturity. If you told me something which was profound and I agreed with it, I wouldn't really care how you said it so much. In fact, the delivery vehicle I have opted to use, I've chosen because it's the most effective. And I believe that men should be as competent as possible, meaning if this is the most effective way for me to get my message across, this is how it should be done. And also, I don't see why men need to be meek and timid all the time. Who told men to be meek and timid all of the time? Why can't a man sit there and say, no, I believe this? These clowns will stand in a stadium and scream at the top of their voice for a sports team who don't give a shit about them.
To kick a ball in a net.
To kick a ball in a net. But they don't think that a man should be animated when discussing the truths of the world or the dynamics he should have with his wife or how his children should be raised. I believe what I say, and I'm going to express the emotions I feel as I say it, how I see fit. And if you are such a stupid person, you can't listen to the message without getting offended by how it's said, well then perhaps you're already too far gone and you're too broken. That's fine. You're just going to have to go and stay a dummy and stay an idiot. And one of the best things about being at the upper echelons is that I don't really need, I guess you do break the paradigm and you break the final wall. And I kind of feel like I've reached a point now where I don't need people to agree with me. I don't care if everybody watches this and doesn't agree with me anymore. It doesn't affect my life. It doesn't matter. I don't need to say things people want to hear to get big. I don't need to say things people want to hear to get paid. I can just say what I truly believe and what I truly think. And I think we need to bring back passion in general. I think men should be passionate about what they think. Feminists are passionate, aren't they?
That's why the show's called The Passionate Few.
Well, absolutely. Have you ever heard anyone tell a woman off or a feminist off for being too passionate about what she says or how she says it, or being too emotional about how she says it? It's just another, I feel like it's a cope. I kind of feel like there's a lot of people, someone who would say that I agree with Andrew, but I don't like the way he says it. I think what they're really trying to do is put a shield over themselves. I don't think they're man enough to sit there and say, I agree with Andrew Tate.
To stand on it.
Yeah, to stand on it. I agree with Andrew Tate, because it's smoke. I agree with Andrew Tate, but the way he says some things. And then someone will come back, well, you agree with Andrew Tate? Well, no, the way he says things is wrong. And they're just trying to set up their escape route in advance because they're a coward.
They do that with Trump too. A lot of people say that about President Trump.
I bet they do. Yeah, of course they do. So it's just cowardice. And I've yet to meet anyone who says that to me in person, and I'm sure these people do exist, and they're gonna have to sit in their life and half believe and half commit to things. I don't believe in the societal paradigms in which they have tried to construct this idea of happiness. I don't believe or subscribe to the way that happy and sad is currently understood by the masses of the population. I think if you are anything less than absolutely distraught, you are happy. You're a version of happy. It's like saying gray is a version of black, right? No matter how light the gray is, you can still call it a version of black. And unless you've gone through an event, which hopefully doesn't happen too often, like the passing of a family member or something that's truly destructive and detrimental to your mindset, besides these events, which hopefully only happen a few times in your life, you should be happy. If you're not crying or paralyzed in silence due to the absolute magnitude of a detrimental circumstance or the absolute magnitude of a negative event, then you are a version of happy. So I am always happy is the short answer. I don't believe in not being happy. I don't believe in not saying to myself I'm happy. I'm always a version of happy. And this idea of chasing happiness and always being concerned and preoccupied with how happy you are is actually the biggest mistake that a lot of people make, I think, in the world today. Especially men who wake up and go, oh, I don't really feel happy, so I need to get happier. And that's how they end up down a hedonistic path of drugs or alcohol or gambling, chasing pleasure. I don't care how I feel. I don't care if I feel happy or sad. It doesn't really affect what I do each day. I do the exact same things. I act the exact same way. I don't care. I don't put weight to the significance of the emotion. So I always consider myself a happy person, but if I woke up and I was slightly less happy one day than another, it wouldn't affect anything I do and I wouldn't put any relevance to it. I'm human and that's life. And so, am I any happier now that I have hundreds of millions of dollars than before I was broke? Not really, but I was never unhappy. I'm the same state that I was then that I am now. I have work to do and I will do it. It's as simple as that.